And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. We bid you welcome to Wild Health Field and the Battle of Lexington for the 30th time this season, as the Lexington Legends will be the home team playing host to their stablemates, the Wild Health Genomes. I'm Tom Gross. Glad you're with us for today's contest. Good to be with you as well, and looking forward to a nice matchup here between these two teams. Starting pitcher, first of all, for the Lexington Legends, it's going to be Daniel Corsino on the mound for the Legends. Daniel, a ERA of 6.73 on the season. He's 4-10 on the year. This will be his 20th start of the year. He's pitched 96 and a third innings, given up 84 runs, 72 of those earned. He's given up 15 home runs, walked 55, and he struck out 69. He has hit a dozen batters this season and has thrown 10 wild pitches. Behind him defensively today, it's going to be Pete Jorgen catching behind the plate, calling the pitches. Tejada will be at first base. Brandon Phillips will be at second. Geraldo at short. Marshall at third. The Hawk, Courtney Hawkins in left field. Phillip Irvin in center. Tillman Pugh will be in right field for the Lexington Legends. Legends hot off a 10th inning win last night over these same Genomes, and they'll play today, and then they'll do it one more time before they bust it up for the weekend. Tomorrow evening, that game on Thursday night set for 6:35. Plenty of tickets available. Call in and get your tickets. Go online and get your tickets at lexingtonlegends.com, or just come on out to the ballpark. Plenty of seats available, and see a great ball game. Beautiful day for baseball here at Wild Health Field. The wind is blowing out to left field from right to left, kind of to the left field corner. So coming up to lead things off for the Wild Health Genomes, it's going to be Luke Becker. Becker playing third base today for the Genomes, and Becker on the season is batting .294. He's got 16 home runs and 69 RBIs, and Corsino puts a fastball in there on the outside part of the plate, and Becker fouls it out of play. Becker, as we said, with those 16 home runs, he's got 3 triples this year, along with 20 doubles. 106 hits, leads the team by at least 12 hits this year of all the players on the Genomes who have played and are playing on the roster currently. Becker with 10 stolen bases. He's walked 51 times. That pitch upstairs, and the count now 2-1 strike. Becker struck out 82 times, as we said, a .294 batting average. Been hit twice. He's provided 6 sacrifice flies on the season as well. That ball misses outside as home plate umpire Marvin King takes a good look at it. You got Marvin King behind the plate, Darnell Ray down at first base, and Larry Corey is your umpire down the third baseline to get things started here on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Plenty of sunshine. The pitch. That misses outside, ball 4. Becker draws the walk, and that'll be number 52 on the season for Luke Becker. He'll trot to first base. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Chris Shaw, batting second. Shaw, number 34. Big, tall left-hander. Plenty of pop in his bat. Shaw on the season, a .272 hitter. Chris has 15 home runs and 53 RBIs. He's about third on the team in hits with 83. He trails Jimmy Paredes by 11 hits this season right now, and they both trail Becker. First pitch, a ball. So Daniel Corsino, a little bit of control problem here early on. He's got a runner at first base, and Luke Becker, and now Chris Shaw in there with a 1-ball, no strike count. Shaw playing left field today for the Wild Health Genomes. Corsino checks first. The pitch, that's low and inside, and the count now 2 balls and no strikes. So Daniel stretching out a little bit as he goes back to the top of the bump. He'll plant that right foot next to the pitching rubber and get ready to go one more time from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's low and inside, and the count now 3 balls and no strikes. So Corsino 1 pitch away of walking first and second with nobody out. Top of the first inning. Glad you're with us here on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Far cry from the weather we had 1 week ago, where we ended up getting totally rained out after a couple of innings. All kinds of crazy things happened that day. Glad to get that one erased from my mind there. 3 balls and 1 strike, excuse me, as that one's in there for a called strike. So Becker, small lead at first. The pitch, that misses outside, ball 4. And Chris Shaw now will pick up his 71st base on balls this year. That leads the team. So Shaw down to first base, and Becker trots over to second. Runner in scoring position now for the designated hitter, batting in the 3 spot, number 8, Chris Davis. Chris Davis on the year, he's been in 32 ball games, 115 at-bats, 36 hits. That gives him a .313 batting average, 12 home runs, 32 RBIs. He'll hit from the right side. Looks like the Legends are going to play double play depth up the middle and on the right side as well. Corsino, the pitch, right down the middle. No balls and 1 strike. Davis on the season, 5 doubles, a triple. He's walked 12 times and struck out 28 times this year. Been hit 6 times on the season. Corsino, the pitch. Just misses outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Nobody out, runners at first and second. Both Becker and Shaw have reached base via the base on balls. One pitch on the way. That's low, down in the rug. Jorgen makes a good pick up there. Trades the ball with home plate umpire Marvin King, and Daniel Corsino ready to go again here. So as we told you, Daniel, his 20th start of the 2022 campaign. A little more normalcy this year for all the clubs in the Atlantic League. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs, inside a bit. Count 3 balls and 1 strike. And Corsino a little frustrated with himself right there, I believe. He wanted that ball to be a little bit closer to the plate. Becker off of second base. Pretty normal lead. Same way with Shaw at first. Here's the pitch. And that's going to miss upstairs and inside, and 3 straight walks, loads the bases. You've heard the expression, walks will haunt. Well, we've got a haunted house right here at Wild Health Field as far as the Legends are concerned. They have allowed the Genomes to fill the bases with Davis at first, Shaw at second, Becker at third, nobody out. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, number 25, Jimmy Paredes, the second baseman. Long chat on the mound. Montrell Marshall a little late joining the group. And the conversation is over. We're ready to play some more baseball. Paredes comes in with a batting average at .288 on the year. He's got 12 home runs and 48 RBIs. As we said, he's number 2 in hits on the team with 94 on the season and 326 at-bats. 12 home runs and 48 RBIs for Jimmy. .288 batting average. Corsino needs a double play badly right here. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. He's not had many strikes here. 3 strikes thus far in the game. The pitch. That's bounced toward first base into the Legends dugout. Getting some heads covered down there, but everybody's okay. And the count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Jimmy Paredes has played in 81 games this season for the Wild Health Genomes. The pitch. That's slapped toward first. Glove to throw to the plate. They get him. And so the force play as Tejada able to fire it to Jorgen at home plate, and they get the force play there, and there's 1 down. Score that 3-2 for the putout. Over to third goes Shaw, and down to second goes Davis. And Paredes will be at first base with a fielder's choice. So the sacks remain jammed. They're loaded, but a double play now gets you out of the inning with no harm, no foul. Moses Sierra, the right fielder, number 20, steps in, right-handed hitter. .271 batting average, 6 home runs and 35 RBIs. He's in his 59, make it his 60th game. He's had 10 doubles, a triple. As we said, 6 home runs. He's stolen 8 bases on the year. So a part of the Genomes, definitely. The pitch. That's hit straight up in the air, high, and that's out near center field. Coming in is Irvin. He'll track it. He calls everybody off, and he's too close for Shaw to score from third base or attempt to score, as he was right behind the brown rug out behind second base. Represents the infield there. Again, everything turf here. There is no dirt out there anywhere. So score that a pop out to 8 for the second out of the inning, and Austin Ray, the catcher, will step in. Rye wears number 16. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. So that pop-up, a big confidence booster for Daniel Corsino, who now sees a way to get out of this inning without any damage. Bases loaded, nobody out, and there are 2 down now. And he's ahead in the count, no balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Rye. Misses outside for a ball. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Corsino taking his time. The pitch. That's hit well. If that's fair, that's a grand slam. That's a foul ball. He got every bit of that, and I mean, he sent that for a ride. That cleared the picnic tent, the building behind that, everything out there. That ball was way over top of that, but a good 20, 30 feet foul. Corsino glad that was a foul ball. That would have been a 4-0 ball game right there with 1 swing of the bat. Rye, a .243 hitter, as we said, 6 home runs, 37 RBIs, bases loaded, 2 down, top of the first. The pitch. That's hit well toward left field. The Hawk backs up a few steps, makes the squeeze, and that'll retire the side. So a nice job by Corsino getting out of the inning on the fly out to 7. In the inning, there were no runs, there were no hits, there were 3 runners left on base, and we head to the bottom of the first inning. The Legends coming to bat. We have no score. Welcome back to Wild Health Field. We're ready to get things started here in the bottom of the first inning. The Lexington Legends looking to hopefully win a couple in a row here. If they can win this matchup this afternoon, good start by the Legends, allowing no runs after having the bases loaded with nobody out, and they're able to get out of that inning. So let's see if they can come to the plate and get the bats going here this evening. It's going to be Alexis Candelario pitching for the Wild Health Genomes here in this contest. Candelario 1-2 on the season. He's got an 11.81 ERA. He's pitched in 7 games, started 3 of them, so this is his 4th start of the year. 16 innings, he's allowed 21 runs all earned, 2 home runs, 9 base on balls. He struck out a dozen. Phillip Irvin will check in and start things off here offensively for your Lexington Legends. New lineup. The pitch. So it looks like it's Tio Martinez now that they've sent to the plate. We got a lineup earlier, and does not look like that lineup is going to be correct. So we'll We'll get them as they come up to the plate for you here. That's the second game in a row that has happened here at Wild Health Field. Last night, during the national anthem, a new lineup and changed things. So it'll be Tio Martinez, number 9, to lead things off here. And he hits this one right up the middle. Nice hustle out there by Paredes. And he's going to be safe, it looks like. Let's see the replay here. Nice play behind, over the stretch. Not in time, so an infield hit for Martinez. And Tillman Pugh in the 2 spot, so that is correct. That's what we were given earlier. So Tillman Pugh steps in, and Pugh, 256 hitter, 13 home runs and 44 RBIs as the ball gets away from Rye behind the plate, and down to second base scampers Martinez. So a runner already in scoring position for the Legends. They're going to rule that a passed ball. So Martinez. They have him listed as a designated hitter on the roster we got earlier, but I would imagine that's probably how they'll do it unless he's in the field defensively. Didn't see him out there. That pitch in there missing. 2 balls, no strikes.
Defense was right, offense was wrong.
So the defense was correct on the field, the way we read that to you. Offensively, the placement of players in the lineup was incorrect from what they've turned in. So that pitch outside, 3-0 now, as Tillman Pugh a pitch away from walking. Nobody on first base. That's Martinez out at second. That pitch misses inside, and that's ball 4. So Pugh will go down to first base, and we got a monkey see, monkey do situation here, although Martinez had an infield single, but then Pugh walks, and that puts him on first and second with nobody out. That'll bring up the left fielder, number 24, the Hawk, Courtney Hawkins. 34 home runs leading the Atlantic League. The pitch, that misses for a ball. Candelario, kind of like how he's got his hat up, kind of old school style with the bill way up in front.
It hit the frame. It hit the frame.
It was close. Did you hear it, folks? It missed coming in here by inches. Hit right beside me over here to the left. The pitch, that's laced into left field, a base hit. That's going to get Martinez on his horse. They're going to wave him around, and the throw comes into third base, and the Legends lead it 1-0 on a single by Courtney Hawkins. Tillman Pugh down to second base on the play. Martinez hot-footing it around from second base. And your Legends, nobody out. Runners remain at first and second. That'll bring up number 4, Brandon Phillips, the second baseman. Brandon, 9th inning home run to tie things up last night before the Legends went on and scored the winning run in the bottom of the 10th inning. Phillips, .281 batting average. Got his third home run last night, 12 RBIs on the year. First pitch in the rug, 1 ball, no strikes. Here's a good side angle. See the lead off of first by the Hawk, and there's another foul ball. That comes right back towards us, but hits the netting out there. Courtney's ball, he got it just high enough to clear the cable and the netting right in front of us, and that thing was on a mission. I'm sure there's a dent out there. We'll have to check in between innings. See how deep it is. Poor Dave's over there working. I should have said look out. I at first thought it was going to come this way, and it didn't. It sure was loud, though. Made a nice little baseball on aluminum sound there as it hit the framework of the windows. 2-1 pitch. Little high and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike now, and Brandon 1 pitch away from loading the bases here. So both pitchers, Corsino for the Legends and now Candelario for the Genomes, having a little control issue here in inning number 1. Candelario watching the runner at second. The pitch, that's hit straight up in the air on the right side, and a long run, and that's going to bounce and go up into the seats. It did hit in foul territory, but Sierra had to come a good 50, 60 yards from his defensive position, and no way he could get there on time. He was in a mad sprint. Ball looked like it was tailing away anyway. Sierra now a little closer to the line on the right side after that pop-up. The pitch. That's hit right back at the pitcher. Candelario goes to second. Out there, throw to first, got him. Double play. And I mean to tell you, that was a help me protection glove by Alexis Candelario. He got his glove down and was protecting his hip. He had turned away from the play and was able to quickly jump down, grab it, throw it out to second base, and on over to first for the double play. So 1-4 for the put out at second. And then the put out at first, 4-3. So DP 1-4-3 and 2 down. The pitch in there for a strike. Asias Tejada, the first baseman, number 13, in there, 245 hitter on the year. He's got 19 home runs and 60 RBIs on the season. The pitch, it's in there for a strike. So Martinez with an infield hit and Courtney Hawkins with a line drive to left field. 2 hits for the Legends here in the bottom of the first. They lead it 1-0. Candelario, the pitch. Got him on the outside part of the plate, and Tejada not agreeing with home plate umpire Marvin King, still shaking his head. That'll retire the side in the inning. There was 1 run. Ended up being 1 runner left on base, 2 hits. And as we head to the top of the second inning, your score, the Lexington Legends 1, the Wild Health Genomes 0. All right, here we go. Top of the second inning, and it'll be 7-8-9 for the Wild Health Genomes. They send 6 to the plate. Unable to come away with a run there in the top of the first inning, as Daniel Corsino able to get the door shut there in the latter parts of the inning. So here we go. It's going to be number 36, the first baseman, Samir Dueñez. On the season, he's a .254 hitter with 7 home runs and 28 RBIs. He's played in 55 ball games. Takes the first pitch for a strike from Corsino. He's got 8 doubles on the year, stolen a base, walked 18 times. He struck out a total of 37 times this season. That pitch misses high and outside for a ball. Count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. He crowds the plate. The pitch, that's fouled off over our heads, back up over the roof area here at Wild Health Field. Samir has not been hit by a pitch this season. He's had 1 sacrifice fly, and he's grounded into a couple double plays this year. No chance of that right now with him leading the inning off. So Corsino trying to settle down, and 2-2 pitch on the way. That misses outside, and it's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I recognize that voice. Here's the pitch. Slapped over toward left field. Courtney Hawkins drifts right, and he'll put the glove up and make the squeeze. 1 down here. Fly out to 7 for Dueñez. And that'll bring up Demetrius Moore, the center fielder. Demetrius has played in quite a few ball games here for the Wild Health Genomes. He's been in 82 games this year. He's got 5, let's see if I got him right here, 3 triples on the season, 10 doubles to go along with a home run. 20 RBIs. He's stolen 15 bases, walked 36 times, and struck out 74. That pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Moore. Moore batting in the 8th spot, playing in position number 8 in the contest. The pitch, that's in there for a strike. That's a letter-high fastball on the inside corner. 86 mile an hour out of the hand of Daniel Corsino. There's a shot that's hit in the air to right field. Backing up is Tillman Pugh, and he'll make the play. 2 down. So fly out to 9 for the second out of the inning, and we go to the number 9 hitter, the shortstop, number 3, Clayton Melbauer. Clayton with you can see the ankle guard, and his is on the inside, and that usually is where the foul balls will jump up and bite you. The pitch in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count to Melbauer. 4 home runs this year with 17 RBIs. The pitch, that's bounced out toward the shortstop. Geraldo up with it over to first, and 3 up, 3 down as he grounds out 6-3. in the inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the second inning, and our score remains the Lexington Legends 1, the Wild Health Genomes nothing. All right, here we go. Here's the offensive change. They gave us a lineup with Irvin leading off. He did not lead off. It was Tio Martinez, the DH, and now we get to see Phillip Irvin in the lineup here, and he's going to be batting in the number 6 spot in this game. So he's the center fielder for the Legends, and he'll step in and face Alexis Candelario, whose first pitch misses outside for a ball. Irvin, a .248 hitter on the season. 12 home runs, 42 RBIs. The right-hander rocks and fires and misses inside. And the count now 2 balls and no strikes. Irvin, 318 at-bats with 79 hits. Tied for second on the team in hits. Courtney Hawkins with 109 leads the way for the Legends. Irvin, 15 doubles to go along with a dozen home runs. That pitch in there for a strike. 3-1 now the count. Irvin has stolen 29 bases this year. That's huge. 66 times he's walked, 90 strikeouts, and he lifts this one high to center field, and Moore camps under it, makes the play, 1 down. Got to bring up third baseman Montrell Marshall, who was moved down 1 spot in the lineup. Let's see if it does any good here for the Legends, as they've got 1 out and Marshall at the plate. Montrell, .245 hitter on the season. First pitch missing low outside, ball 1. Marshall, M² with 13 home runs, 51 RBIs on the season. Montrell has 17 doubles and a triple to add to those numbers. He's walked 20 times, and Montrell has struck out a team-leading 127 times this year. Been hit by a pitch 5 times. Goes after that one a little late, and the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marshall with 4 sacrifice flies. That also leads the team this year. The pitch. There's a ball hit right toward the shortstop, Melbauer. He'll come up firing. Nice stretch at first base by Dueñez, and they're 2 down.
The catcher, number 25, Pete Jorgen.
How to bring up the catcher. Pete Jorgen had a key clutch hit last night. Had runners in scoring position with his team down 2 and was able to double and knock both of those runners in. So big key hit in that win last night in extra innings by the Legends. Jorgen, a .231 hitter, slaps this one foul down the right field line, does a little pinball down on that wall down the right side, and then picked up out there by Sierra, and he throws it into the fans. And I guess it bounced right back out onto the field, so he'll try it again. Now he got her. Jorgen, 10 RBIs on the year. He doesn't have a home run. Pete's played in 41 games coming into this one, so this is game number 42 for him. 121 at-bats. This is hit toward the first baseman, and unable to come up with it is Dueñez, and Jorgen will be on first base. That'll be an error on Dueñez, so score at E3 as Jorgen will end up on the bag at first, and that'll bring up Manuel Geraldo, the shortstop, number 18. Geraldo moved down a couple spots in that late lineup change. So he'll be the number 9 hitter. 2 out, runner on first, and Geraldo, a .239 hitter at the plate. This ball's lifted foul. That's going to go out of play. And that takes a nice hop on the sidewalk over there and will bounce over almost into the parking area. Hustling back to first base is Pete Jorgen. I think I've said it earlier, Pete is my Charlie Hustle of this team this year. The guy is pouncing on foul balls and doing what he can to help the team win this season. The pitch, swing and a miss. Geraldo, number 18, in what I think are the cool unis for the Legends. I love the blue and green along with the white pants. Candelario, the pitch. That's fouled off into the seats over to our left. That's going to set right in one of those seats there, right by the aisle. And a young man watching the game with his wife is going to check that first seat, and he's going to have a souvenir if he'll check it. There he goes. Reaches in and pulls out a baseball. Geraldo, 4 home runs, 29 RBIs on the year. That ball up high. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Manuel Geraldo, the shortstop, left-handed hitter. Jorgen down at first base, a short lead. Candelario, the pitch. That's hit softly toward the shortstop, and he comes up and will throw to first. Didn't have a play at second base as Jorgen was getting down there quickly. And ground out 6-3 for the 3rd out of the inning. And in the inning, no runs, no hits, and a runner left on base. We'll head to the top of the 3rd inning, and our score remains the Lexington Legends 1, your Wild Health Genomes nothing. Welcome back to Wild Health Field. We head to the top of the third inning here as Corsino gets his warm-up pitches completed. Ball goes around the horn by the Legends, and we'll get back to some baseball action here for you on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Glad you're with us. We'll go back to the top of the order, and the leading hitter on the Genomes team, Luke Becker, will step in. He walked in the first inning, made it all the way around to third, and then got forced out on a fielder's choice by Jimmy Paredes, and consequently the Genomes unable to score back in the first inning. So here in the third, first pitch misses for a ball by Daniel Corsino, and he's ready to go again. That misses in the same spot. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Luke Becker. Corsino, a lot better inning, up 1-2-3 in the second inning. And he's behind 3 balls, no strikes now to the Genomes third baseman, Luke Becker. The pitch outside again, and Becker draws his second walk in as many tries in the game today. So he's down at first base. Nobody out. That brings up Chris Shaw. He also walked back in the first inning, and no official at bat, although he did get a base on balls. So Daniel Corsino hoping that fate will play a different hand here in this third inning. Stepping in is Shaw, the big left-hander with an open stance. Runner at first base is Becker. The pitch, that's hit pretty good. Center field, Irvin going to backtrack, gets underneath it, comes up with it, and he'll fire it in quickly. One hopper right to second base, so no chance for Becker to advance. Score that a fly out to 8 for Chris Shaw, 1 down, and the batter will be Chris Davis, the designated hitter, number 8. Chris also walked back in the first inning as Corsino walked the first 3 batters on just 3 strikes, but then was able to settle down and get the next 3 batters, a fielder's choice, a pop out, and then a fly out. So a little better shape this time around with the runner at first, Becker. 1 out. Infield double play depth. Fastball misses a bit low, 87 mile an hour. Davis, a .313 hitter, one of the better averages on the club right now for the Wild Health Genomes. 12 home runs, 32 RBIs this year. The pitch, that's low. 2 balls, no strikes. Looks like it might be something with just the first 3 batters. He's being a little extra careful maybe, trying to position the baseball in the strike zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Corsino's pitch, swing and a miss. Jorgen hangs on to it, and the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. We got the cotton candy looking clouds out here today. Very slim chance of any precipitation, although you never know around here what can happen rain-wise. The pitch, that's laced into left field. It'll take 1 hop as the Hawk comes up with it, and the base hit for Chris Davis.
The second baseman, number 25, Jimmy Paredes.
Becker moves down to second on the single, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Jimmy Paredes. He hit into a fielder's choice, hit the ball sharply to the first baseman, Tejada, who was able to dial a strike to Jorgen standing on the plate for the force out. So nice defensive play there. Paredes robbed of a base hit on that right side, and he's back in there now, the left-hander. Number 25. Becker at second. Davis at first. Corsino on the mound. He'll step off and walk back out, having a little bit of a problem with, I don't know if it's sweat or what it is, but he's trying to shake something off out there. Has his hat off. He's working his neck a little bit. I don't know if he pulled something, possibly. But now he's ready to go, and he'll stand back on the rubber here in just a moment. He steps on. Paredes, 287 hitter, 12 home runs, 48 RBIs on the year. Wind blowing straight in from right field today. The pitch, that's a little low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes the count with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Glad you're with us for this matinee game on a Wednesday afternoon here at Wild Health Field. The fans who are here are happy to be here. Beautiful day for baseball. Feels like a baseball day out here. Slight breeze blowing. The pitch. Laced into right field, a base hit. Up with it is Pugh, bobbles it a second. That's going to allow the run to score. And over to third base quickly goes Davis. So Paredes with a base hit. And coming in to score is Becker. So that'll tie the ball game up 1-1, and now we got a visit to the mound. And I think something is definitely wrong with Corsino. So Davis goes to second on the single, then he goes on the bobble out there on the E9. Paredes is at first base. So score the error on Pugh in right field, but give Paredes an RBI on his single. And it's a 1-1 ball game as we have a conference on the mound, and they're trying to figure out if he's okay. Still working that neck is Daniel Corsino. Takes off out behind the mound. And we may see someone come in here. For the Legends. Let's see if they're going to go ahead and give him a try. I believe they're going to let him throw a pitch or two here to see if he's going to be able to continue. But he tweaked his neck somehow, and he's still, you can see it in his movement out there. That pitch, pretty good fastball, missed outside, but they're talking. You can see the staff of the Legends talking it over. Looks like he's going to go ahead and try it, and they're saying because of the injury situation, there's no visit. So here we go. Corsino going to stay in there with runners at first and third with 1 out. A run in the inning. 2 singles back-to-back. Chris Davis and Jimmy Paredes. And that'll bring up Moises Sierra, the right fielder, number 20. He popped out to center field. Right behind second base. Runner going to go, and Jorgen up to throw and decides against it. And easily into second is Paredes with the stolen base. So runners now, 2 of them in scoring position here for the Genomes in the top of the 3rd inning. Sierra, 1 ball, 1 strike count. Corsino Everything in his view now. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One run, 2 hits, and 1 error. The numbers for both teams at this point in the game. Got 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning. Corsino the pitch. Swing and a miss. And now Sierra questioning. I guess he didn't know what the count was, apparently. And he'll walk back to the dugout after striking out. So that is the first strikeout of the game for Corsino, and it comes at a good time with runners at 2nd and 3rd, 2 down now. And Austin Rye, the catcher, number 16, will come to the plate. Here's the pitch. That's lifted in the air. Right side and out of play. Rye, a .242 hitter on the year. 6 home runs, 37 RBIs. Has Davis at 3rd and Paredes at 2nd right now with 2 down. Corsino's pitch, swing and a miss. Rye looking to take that one to downtown Georgetown. Glad you're with us today. These same 2 teams at it again tomorrow night. 6:35 scheduled start time. Steve will be back with the play-by-play tomorrow evening. The pitch, foul ball, back against the screen. So Rye, he flew out to the hawk in left first time up. Hit a ball that would have been a grand slam, but it was foul by about 30 feet back in the first inning. Looking for another pitch like that right here. And he fouls this off to the right side into the netting. Count will remain, no balls and 2 strikes with 2 out. Brandon Phillips having some fun out at second base with Jimmy Paredes, who's his opposite defender for the Genomes. All right, Daniel Corsino, the 0-2, way inside. Ducking out of the way of that was Austin Rye. Lost the helmet, but was able to hang on to it. That spot on a right-handed hitter that's crowding the plate, that's where he's been missing a lot in this game. To left-handers high and outside. So let's see, 1-2 pitch on the way from Corsino. That's popped up back our way, and that's going to be on the roof. The old leather against aluminum sound once again. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Runners at second and third for the Genomes with 2 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. And stepping off is Corsino. Goes to the rosin bag, and now he's back on the rubber and ready to go again. The 1-2 pitch, little high. Jorgen has to reach up about shoulder high on Rye to pull that one down. I've noticed watching a lot of baseball on TV that the catchers have a good advantage on being able to frame the ball if it's a little outside when it's knee high or right in that general vicinity. But if it's up in the count at all, it's like a clear view for the umpire, and they don't get too many strikes that should have been a ball called in that situation. That was one of them there. That was letter high, but way up there where everybody could see it. The pitch. Hit well. Foul. That hit the just beyond the picnic area. A couple people running to get it, and it bounced off of one of the tarps they've got out there, and someone with another souvenir. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Seems like Austin Rye's been up to about a half hour here. Long at bat. Corsino. The pitch. That's hit well, but foul and out of play. So Rye has got that left side in foul territory down pat. He's a split second with that bat from getting a pretty good shot. 10th pitch that time. .82-mile-an-hour fastball by Corsino, and Rye sitting all over that fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 out. Runners at second and third. The pitch. That's hit well, and that may be in play. Let's see. Does it stay fair? It does, and that's a home run, a 3-run shot. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Everybody pointing foul. Even Courtney Hawkins, who's down the line, is pointing foul. And the home plate umpire, Marvin King, is saying fair.
No way.
Now, Marvin King asking the third base umpire, Larry Corey, to help out. Also coming over is Darnell Ray. I would think the one who had the best look at it out there would be the Hawk, Courtney Hawkins, and it was immediate that he was pointing that it went foul down there, missed the foul pole. So let's see. It was called a home run by home plate umpire Marvin King, but after this conference, let's see if they stay with that or if they change the call. Austin Rye, he just they're calling it a foul ball, so home plate umpire Marvin King changes the call, and he'll go back behind the plate. And Austin Rye will step back in, and everything's the same. Runners at second and third. There are 2 out, and the count is 2-2. And Corsino missed by a hair that time of giving up a 3-run home run. You can see where the ball hit out there, and that was in foul territory, I should say. But where it crosses the plane of the home run fence is where they have to make the call. So here we go. Austin Rye, another opportunity. Corsino the pitch. That's lifted to the right side. Pugh going over that way, that's going to be out of play. So 12 pitches now. The next one coming will be 12. That's 11 pitches at this at-bat thus far for Daniel Corsino. And if nothing else, Austin Rye is wearing out the right-hander's arm here with fastballs. Last one was 88 mile an hour. The pitch misses inside, the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a good eye there by Austin Rye. Samir Nunez, the first baseman, in the on-deck area, should he get an opportunity here. But right now it's Corsino versus Rye. And the pitch. That's bounced up the middle. Phillips with it, steps on second, throws the first, and got him. Bang, bang at first base on the ground out, 4-3. And that'll retire the side. But in the inning, they got 1 run. There was a total of 2 hits, and there were 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're all tied up at Wild Health Field, 1-1. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Legends will come to the plate here with an opportunity to get their lead back. They led it 1-0 until that top of the 3rd, and that run produced by the Genomes. So now the Legends will go again here. Top of the order, it'll be Tio Martinez, number 9. The designated hitter to lead things off. He singled in the infield and later came around and scored the only run for the Legends as Hawkins hit a sharp single to left field. Candelario, big stretch, the pitch. That ball's bunted out in front of the plate, and they're going to call a foul ball. And now Candelario wants to know why he wasn't called out. It's because if he's still in that batter's box and the ball hits him, he's okay. It becomes a foul ball, which it was. Looked like a good bunt from the get-go, but it bounced and may have hit him in the waist area, and it bounced on out into the infield. So good idea by Martinez to try to bunt his way on. No balls and 1 strike to count. Candelario's pitch in there for a strike, and the count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. We told you earlier, this is the 30th time this year that these two teams have played in the Atlantic League, and the Genomes lead at 19-10. Record-wise, the pitch way outside for a ball. So Martinez also wearing that protective shin guard. You could see it very plainly there in that close-up shot. Here's the pitch. That's outside. Rye held that there for a moment, giving home plate umpire Marvin King a good look at it, but he still felt it was outside. Martinez .216 on the batting average on the season. Helped himself with the single, and now he'll step out of the batter's box, and Candelario will have to reset. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. That's lifted in the air out behind second base. Cruising in to grab it is the center fielder Phillip Ervin. And there's one down.
Right fielder, number 15, Tillman Pugh.
Tillman Pugh, the right fielder, will step in now. Tillman walked back in the first inning, and he ended up being stranded at second base as actually went to third base on the double play by Brandon Phillips. He got stranded there as Tejada struck out looking. So here we go, another opportunity for Pugh here as he walked in the first. That pitch in there for a strike. Candelario 77 mile an hour on that pitch. Pugh waving the bat around a bit. Here's the pitch. Hits that one well. That's down, and that's going to be into the corner off the wall. Overrunning it out there is Shaw. He'll come up with it, and an easy double for Tillman Pugh. How to bring up the Hawk. Sharp single to left field and an RBI back in the first inning. So he's 1 for 1. 34 home runs, leads the league. His average .301 now after that single back in the first inning. Hawk with an open stance. Candelario looks at second base. The pitch. Foul ball, and that hit home plate umpire Marvin King. Went off his mask, and he's okay, he says. Saw Rye checking on him, make sure he was all right, and Rye's going to step out, give him as much time as he needs there. I guess last night a foul ball hit the home plate umpire and about knocked him down. He was walking around a little bit, and then they had to do the concussion protocol on him and make sure he was okay to continue the game, which he was. And it was a foul ball off the Hawk. The Hawk hits this one a mile high in foul territory down the third baseline, and tracking it well there for the Genomes was Becker, and he's able to make the play. So Pop, foul to 5 for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Brandon Phillips, number 4. Our statistician, Hugh Davis, telling me that the pitch that got fouled off that hit the umpire last night that caused the ruckus was 97 miles per hour. That in itself, I wouldn't want to get hit by the pitch, let alone then the addition of the bat to it. Ball gets away. Phillips holds his ground in the batter's box, and nice job by Rye to bounce out and get to it. Brandon, 278 on the season. 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. Alexis Candelario, bottom of the third inning. Little bouncer, right side. That'll be gloved by the first baseman, Nunez. He will play it unassisted, and that'll retire the side. So Phillips grounds out 3 unassisted for the third out. In the inning, no runs. There was 1 hit, the double by Pugh, and 1 runner left on base. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning. Our score remains tied 1-1. We are back at Wild Health Field, and Daniel Corsino went out, threw a couple warm-up pitches, and then called for the bench to come out, and they did. He's not going to be able to continue, so something to do with that neck, some kind of a tweak in his neck, and so the Legends have gone to the bullpen, and they've brought in Jeff Thompson to pick up the game here in the top of the fourth inning. So 3 innings for Daniel Corsino, 1 run, 3. Let's see, I believe it's 3 hits. It is. 1 run and 3 hits that he's responsible for here. And now the top of the fourth, it'll be Jeff Thompson's baseball game. First pitch, breaking pitch, catches the outside part of the plate. No balls, 1 strike.
Top of the 60 goes to DHL play. Correct.
Been talking with Hugh Davis about the designated hitter rule. Here's a ball lifted high to right field. Tillman Pugh going to track that down and make an easy catch of it. So Dueñez flies out to 9. First out of the inning, and that bring up the center fielder, number 2, Demetrius Moore. Moore flew out to Pugh back in the second inning. So he'll make his second plate appearance. He's 0 for 1. So Thompson, so far so good. Here's the pitch. Misses outside for a ball. Thompson, big drink of water out there, man. 6'6", 245. Here's a bouncer. Nice play by Marshall. He'll come up wheeling and gets him at first base. Wow. Marshall went to his belly, able to come up with it. Ground out, 5-3. Put a star by that play. He got 2 down. Always wondered, back when I first started scoring, why they would put a star by the play, but it does twofold. Number 1, it reminds the announcer what happened at that period of time, and number 2, it's an excellent defensive play, especially in the hot corner where you get some smashes down there, and a nice job of concentration by Marshall there to be able to get the put out. Clayton Melbauer, the shortstop, grounded out to Geraldo back in the second inning. He's up for the second time. He's 0 for 1 in the contest. Thompson's pitch fouled out of play, and that's out to the parking area over behind the first base side of the stadium. If you're watching this and have never been to Wild Health Field, you need to make a visit before this season is up. Here's a ball lifted to center field. Tracking out there and making a nice play on the ball is Phillip Irvin, and that'll retire the side. So another 1-2-3 inning. This time for the pitcher, Jeff Thompson. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth inning. The score remains 1-1. All right, here we go. Bottom of the fourth inning in a 1-1 game. These two teams locked up in a pitcher's duet here at Wild Health Field. Glad you're with us this afternoon. And the Legends are going to send up, looks as if it's going to be the first baseman, number 13, Isaias Tejada. He struck out looking back in the first inning. Didn't agree with the call. Had a thing or two to discuss with home plate umpire Marvin King, but was able to control that conversation and not say anything too mean. That's why he's in the ball game. .244 hitter in there going against Alexis Candelario's in his fourth inning. Dave, what's our total pitches here on this? 47 thus far for Candelario. Thank you, sir. A pitch. Breaking ball just misses inside. Worked its way around the inside black of the plate. 2-0 the count. 2 balls, no strikes to the first baseman for the Lexington Legends. Here's a ball slapped to Melbauer at short. Double clutches, and he'll throw him out at first base. 1 down. If you know your arm, you know whether or not you're going to be able to throw somebody out, especially when the ball gets to you in a hurry. It's the bouncers, the slow hops, the ones that are rolling slowly on the ground is where the trouble begins for infielders. I don't care what level of baseball you play. Here comes the center fielder, Phillip Irvin, number 27. He flew out to center field. His first time up in the second, 0 for 1, and that first pitch misses for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. A little darker feel, but plenty of sunshine here. It'll come right back out in a moment. The pitch, foul ball, hits the netting behind home plate. So with 1 out, we got a 1-1 count on Phillip Irvin. The change unbelievable that the turf made on this baseball park. It looks fantastic. Here's a shot. He hits that over Moore's head, but Moore able to just turn around and sprint backwards about 20 yards and camps under it, makes the play. 2 down. So Irvin, 2 fly balls to center field in the contest, 2 down. And Montrell Marshall, the third baseman, will step in. Montrell hit a sharp ball to Melbauer, who was able to fire it over to Nunez to ring him up back in the second inning. Candelario's first pitch, that's a breaking ball, stays outside. Ball 1, 79 mile an hour. 2 out in the inning here. Marshall, .244 hitter on the season. 13 bombs for the Legends. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He went after that one. Looked more like a protect the plate type of swing than a legitimate swing at a fastball there. Marshall 0 for 1 in the contest. Here's the pitch. Slaps this one foul and out of play down the right side. There's a good look at the camera that's up here, located down from us here about 15 feet. Gives you the view. That is our view. That's what we see from up here. Little different angles, of course, from where we sit, but you can see everything, that's for sure. Not a bad seat in the house here. That pitch misses outside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, plenty of seats available for tomorrow night's Game 3 of this series between the Genomes and the Legends. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count with 2 out, the pitch. That's slap foul on the right side. Montrell Marshall staying alive in there. Got the Bee Gees bat going for him right now. Wild Health Genomes, like those gray jerseys, different colors, different blend of shades of gray. Candelario's pitch, and Marshall waves at it, no contact, and he goes down swinging. In the inning, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We're going to head to the top of the 5th inning, and our score remains 1-1. Welcome back to Wild Health Field, and we got a wild one for you today between the 2 home teams this season. Both these teams sharing the digs here at Wild Health Field. Not any definite talk yet of what exactly is going to happen with the Genomes next season, but for the remainder of this year, this is home. The pitch. Jeff Thompson throws an 83-mile-an-hour fastball in there for a strike. Genomes top of the order, Luke Becker in there. First pitch, second pitch, misses outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 run, 3 hits, and an error for the Mustache. 1 run, 2 hits, and an error for the Gnomes. The pitch. That's fouled off over the head of our broadcast announcer, Bill Salee, down there at the other end of the booth. Becker, a .294 hitter. He's walked twice, scored a run. The pitch. Ooh, nice little breaking pitch there by Thompson. Fooled Becker and got him. So Becker strikes out. That is the first strikeout for Jeff Thompson. 1 out in the inning, and that'll bring up Chris Shaw, the left fielder. Man, Thompson, when you get that close-up view of him right there, he just looks dominating out there. I mean, he's scary. but before he throws the baseball. Fastball misses outside, 86 mile an hour. There you get to see the back of Chris Shaw, left-handed hitter. The pitch misses inside for a ball, and the count 2 balls and no strikes. Clouds have kind of settled a little bit here. The wind has died down. The flags are hanging limp right now, so interesting. We must be right in the middle of a high or low pressure center, apparently. There's a shot that's going to be up the middle for a base hit. Pugh comes over to glove it, and he'll fire it back into Brandon Phillips. So Shaw with a single to start things off here offensively for the Genomes in the 5th inning. How to bring up the designated hitter, number 8, Chris Davis. Was talking with our Hugh Davis here, our statistician for the Genomes and the Legends, and he and I agree that the numbers on these gray unis are too light. You really need to have a opposite combination of colors. You could have used a black number on the gray jersey, and it would have been a lot easier to see the numbers. It's in there for a strike. 86 mile an hour fastball from Jeff Thompson. He and I were at a couple of football games here over the last couple of years. He's shaking his head down there. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. You couldn't read the numbers. They had uniform the same color as the numbers, and you had a little thin strip of a different color that went around the numbers and outlined it. But if it rained, if they were muddy, if there was any kind of distance between you and the players, it was tough to see. Davis goes down on strikes.
Dixie Heights was white on white.
Dixie Heights, white on white. White numbers on white uniforms. Very tough to see. That's in there for a strike. Thompson setting him up and mowing him down right now. He's got Shaw over at first base. Shaw singled up the middle here for his first hit of the game. And there's a little looper. That's going to be right out at the shortstop, and he'll make the play. And Phillips was there to back him up had he misjudged it. So a pop out to 6 for Paredes, and that'll retire the side. In the inning, there were no runs, 1 hit, the single by Shaw, and 1 runner left on base. To the bottom of the 5th we go, and I guess we get to see what happens with the designated hitter for the Legends here on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. All right, here we go. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning, and it's going to be the catcher, Pete Jorgen, to lead things off. He reached base in the second on an error, but was stranded there when Geraldo grounded out to the shortstop. He's 0 for 1, 230 hitter on the season, 10 RBIs. Both teams, 1 run. Both teams, 3 hits. Both teams, 1 error. It's pretty even matchup here through 4.5 innings of this one. And bottom of the fifth action for the Legends now as Jorgen will try to get things started. Hits it right to the third baseman. Becker up with it, dials the strike over to Dueñez, and there's 1 down. Manuel Geraldo, the shortstop, will check in. Geraldo grounded out to the shortstop last time up. Mel Bauer, I was looking a minute ago and quit counting, but I believe he's had 3 assists thus far in this contest at shortstop. So they're hitting him the ball quite a bit. The pitch misses inside for a ball. Alexis Candelario still in there. Going the distance here as far as 5 innings is concerned, and may go longer if this score continues to stay the same. This ball slapped foul down the right side by Geraldo, and Sierra will have to come over and flip it up into the stands. The gentleman that got that ball, I believe he is a season ticket holder because I see him every game. And I think the least he's walked out of here with is 3 or 4 balls. So he stays right down there in that picnic area and gets quite a few souvenirs. There's a shot of 1 hopper right at the shortstop. Mel Bauer over to first base. 2 down. So since it is the 5th inning, as far as the rule is concerned, Tio Martinez, the designated hitter, will bat in his spot here. I like the walk-up music there. Makes me want to do the salsa up here in the press box. Martinez, 215 batting average, takes the first pitch from Candelario, in there for a strike. Well, he singled back in the first inning, infield hit, and came around to score the lone run for the Legends. And then he flew out to center field last time up. So he's 1 for 2 on today. Two down here in the 5th inning. Top of the order, Martinez, the DH. The pitch. Little bouncer, that goes into the, bounces over the dugout down that third baseline, and a great one-handed grab down there. Some people must know those guys down there on the rail. They're up here cheering for him. Martinez, the pitch to him, that bounces up there and it knocks the mask off of Rye. A little disappointed in the pitch, I think. Marvin King gives him a little pat on the back there, says it's all right, you're all right, making sure he's okay. Ball bounced up and hit the mask and knocked the mask off, apparently. But it did hit the carpet before it hit Rye behind the plate. So the count now 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 out. Candelario's pitch. Grounded over to the third baseman. Up with it is Becker over to first base. And that'll retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning on the ground out, 5-3. In the inning, no runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. We're going to go to the sixth inning, folks, with our score remaining 1-1. All right, here we go. Top of the sixth inning here as the Genomes send Moisey Sierra, the right fielder, to the plate, and he quickly hits a shot off the wall out in left field. Hawkins up with it quickly, and they're going to hold him to a single. Nice defensive play by Courtney Hawkins to get to the ball in a hurry. So Sierra with a single to right field, and he'll have to hold up at first base. That'll bring up the catcher, Austin Rye, number 2. Austin has hit many a long ball, but foul in this contest. Thompson going to throw to first base. Back in time, no problem. .241 hitter. He'll rip this one foul, and that takes a short hop off the wall in left, and Hawkins will grab it and flip it into the bullpen area. No balls, one strike, the count. Nobody out. Runner at first base is Sierra after the base hit. Rye still looking to tag one here. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. A breaking pitch. Took a lot off of that one. 75 miles per hour, which is about 20 mile an hour slower than what he's used to seeing. And ball just kind of floated in there for a strike. The pitch. Ooh, mighty close, but home plate umpire Marvin King says, nah, not good enough. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. That little more normal speed there, 89 mile an hour. So Sierra takes a pretty good lead now this trip. Jumps like he's going to go. Throw to second base. Phillips 1 to first. Double play. So 1 to 4 to 3 And the DP, what the doctor ordered here for the Legends. Two down in the inning. That'll bring up the first baseman, Samir Dunez. The first baseman, number 36, has flied out twice to center field. Let's make it once to left field and once to right field. There we go. The pitch. That gets away through. Nobody on base, though, as Jorgen was looking down to first to see if anybody was running, and they just erased him on the double play.
I think he was looking to see if Wayne will try to go.
New rule this year, you can, on a ball that gets away like that, you can go ahead and try to steal first. I guess that's the way you would describe it.
Well, it's credited a base hit, but it used to be stolen base. But yeah. Should be a steal first.
Dwayne is a 251 hitter as Thompson delivers. And Duenas did not like the call. Said he went around. He didn't think he did and was very verbal in saying no way. We could hear him all the way up here to the press box.
It may be 3-0. It may be 3-0, but he said no.
Third base coach.
He said I had the call. Yeah, I just saw the replay. Okay. He went to his chest like I called it.
The pitch. In there for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Duenas is still shaking his head. Not the happiest of campers right now out there at the batter's box. The pitch, laced down the right field line. That's foul, and that'll bounce around down there. Comes back toward the infield, and one of the players from the Legends will hustle down, pick it up, and flip it up into the stands.
That guy's got another ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I just noticed that last time I was here that he had several baseballs, and I think he brings like a little bag with him. The pitch. That's fouled, out of play, left side. You know, Hugh, maybe he's got a yard sale and he just sets up and sells Legends balls at the yard sale.
It's coming down through here, so let's see where he might go. It looks like he's only got one in hand, though.
Yeah. I don't see anything that looks like baseballs in his pocket. Although maybe on that right side, yeah, he's got one there. Here's a bouncing ball. Phillips charges up with it, and he'll flip it over to first base. And that'll retire the side. And still mad is Duenas down at first base as he gets ready for his defensive call. In the inning, no runs, no hits. 1 hit, rather. Nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning, and our score remains 1-1. All right, here we go. Bottom of 6. Legends coming to bat. We're in a 1-1 game. And Tillman Pugh, the right fielder, steps in to lead things off against Alexis Candelario, who delivers a strike, knee-high fastball to get things started here in the bottom of the 6th. 2, 3, and 4 scheduled up for the Lexington Legends. Pugh, 258 batting average with 13 homers, 44 RBIs. Pitch misses outside for a ball. Tillman, 6 foot, 190. Bats right, throws right. The pitch, swing and a miss. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Candelario, long stretch, now the pitch. Misses outside for a ball. He wanted that one. Little double clutch on the bill of his hat there. And ready to go. Got the Dobie Gillis style goatee going on out there. The pitch. Swing and a miss by Tillman Pugh, and he'll go down on strikes. So Tillman, with a double last time up, will strike out here to lead off the 6th inning. And I believe that is going to be strikeout number 2 in the game for Candelario, and that'll bring up the Hawk, Courtney Hawkins. Rifle shot single back in the 1st inning. He knocked in a run, and then he fouled out to the 3rd baseman, Becker, last time up. There's a swing and a miss. Candelario taking a little bit off that pitch, 78 mile an hour. That's a slow ball to them. I don't think I could throw 78 mile an hour. That's in there for a strike. Kicks it up a notch to 81 on that pitch. The Hawk, a 301 hitter on the year, leads the league, 34 home runs, and his RBI total is up amongst the top 5. Last I looked, I believe he was 3rd in RBIs, maybe 2nd. Candelario's pitch, and the Hawk takes that outside. Count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for the Gnomes. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Mustache. Candelario versus the Hawk. The pitch. Hawk hits this one straight up in the air over our heads and out of play. Little upset with himself there. He liked that pitch, just missed it. That might have been out on New Circle Road had he been able to get all of it. The right-handed pitching Candelario, working hard out there. 2-2 pitch. On the way. Swing and a miss. And the Hawk goes down. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Candelario. 3rd strikeout of the game for the right-handed pitcher. And that brings up Brandon Phillips, the 2nd baseman. Phillips, 276. His average has dropped a couple points after that last at bat where he grounded out. He's hit into a double play in the first inning and then grounded out to 3 unassisted back in the third. Had a home run last night, though. Tied the game up in the 9th inning and sent it into extras. And then the Legends able to get a clutch hit. I think Geraldo might have had something to do with that last night. And sent them on to victory. And that's one thing they'd like to have here in this rivalry that started 29 games ago. The pitch. Hit well. Center field. Hustling in is Moore, and he'll let it drop. Base hit for Brandon Phillips. Well, that'll bring up the first baseman, Isaias Tejeda. He struck out looking back in the first inning to end the inning, and then he led off the fourth with a ground out to Melbauer at short. So he's 0 for 2 in the contest. 2 down now, and he's got Brandon Phillips at first base, so opportunity here to break the tie. He's got some power. The pitch, that misses outside for a ball. Interesting contest today. Each team now with 4 hits. 1 run, 4 hits, and an error for both clubs. Matching numbers today. Tejeda 243 on the season with 19 dingers. The pitch. Misses outside. Phillips on his way to second base. He'll make the turn and stay right there as Rye picks the ball up. And now Phillips over to third. Phillips goes back to second base on the wild pitch. So now he's ready to go. Gets a pretty good lead as Paredes tries to sneak in behind him. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Tejeda with a runner in scoring position. And the pitch. Misses inside for a ball, and Candelario falls behind. 3 balls, no strikes to Isaias Tejeda. Looks at second base now. The pitch way upstairs, ball 4. So Tejeda will be issued a base on balls. He'll go down to first base. Runners now at first and second with 2 out, and that'll bring up number 27, Phillip Irvin, and timeout called as Mark Minikazi might be coming out to take a look at what's going on here and may be ready to make a change. There's been some throwing going on down in the Genomes bullpen and been going on for quite some time, so we'll see if the Gnomes manager decides to make a change here. And they say no, slaps him on the belly, says let's get the out here. Let's get out of this inning. So the center fielder, Phillip Irvin, number 27, will step in. Phillip has flied out twice to center field. So he's officially 0 for 2, but in a good spot here with 2 down and runners at first and second. The pitch. Misses outside. Ball bounces away, but Phillips can't go anywhere. He'll walk back to second base. There's a good look at Tejada at first base and Phillips at second. Brandon, pretty good lead out there. Candelario looks back at Phillips. Now the pitch. Misses outside. Ball blocked by Rye. One ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. And Phillip Ervin at the plate. Opportunity here to put the Legends in the lead in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch. Fastball up high and inside, and the count now 2 balls and no strikes. Mark Banacazzi may have Candelario on a short leash right here. His relief pitcher is still firing away out in the bullpen. That's in there for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Candelario. They're going to call time. The door out in right field that goes into the locker room area had stayed open, so they had to go out and shut that. Sierra over to do the job. The pitch. That's lifted foul to the right side. That's going to go into the stands. Well, it actually hits the roof. Stays up there, too. Thought that might come into the stands, but with the wind picking back up and blowing to dead left toward the third baseline, that kind of pushed that ball a little bit. Three balls and 2 strikes the count now. Runners can go here if they wish. And there they go. And there's the pitch, and it's a foul ball. They'll have to go back. Brandon Phillips almost to third base on that. Tejada about halfway, and he'll walk back toward first base. Doesn't go back and touch the base. He just gets back in his leadoff position, having a conversation with Dueñez down there. Here's the pitch. That's hit up center field, a base hit. Brandon Phillips should be able to score easily. The throw's going to go to third base, and they got Tejada in a rundown. 4 has it and will tag him out. So, the put out on that 8-5-4. Phillips scores on the single. RBI single. And that gives the Legends a 2-1 lead. 2 runs. Couple of hits in the inning, and they had, I believe, 1 runner left on base. And we head to the top of the 7th inning with the score: the Lexington Legends 2 and the Wild Health Genomes 1. All right, top of the 7th inning we go. New pitcher in the game for the Lexington Legends is Yaramil Giraldo. There's a good look at him. And it's Moore at the plate. Demetrius. Dave telling me that Moore had apparently tripped on the mustache out in center field on that Brandon Phillips bloop single out there. Ball gets away from Pete Jorgen. He's able to go retrieve it, throw it out of play. So, Giraldo, the pitch, swing and a miss. Moore goes after that one. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. .239 hitters Moore on the season. Timeout called by home plate umpire Marvin King, and we're ready to go again. Moore stepping out of the batter's box. He's back in there now, 0 for 2 in the game. Robbed of a single by a nice play by Marshall at third base back in the 4th inning, and then he flew out to right field to Tillman Pugh. So he's 0 for 2 on the day, and the count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Got him. Moore started running to first base for the walk, and Marvin King rings him up. So strike 3 looking. First strikeout of the game for Giraldo. 1 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Clayton Melbauer, the shortstop. It got to make you feel good. You think it's ball 4 and you take off for first base and you get rung up. Yaramil Giraldo for the Legends in relief here in the top of the 7th. The pitch, that's lifted right side and out of play. Watching that fan down there who basically sits down there at a table right up against the rail. And looks like he's got a ball glove with him now.
He had one earlier.
Oh, okay. He might have left it lay over at the table when he came this way a while ago. Here's one right over my head up on the roof.
And bounced out the entrance.
Yeah, that could have made it out onto the roadway out there. The pitch. That's same way, only a little bit further to the right. So Melbauer staying alive in there. No balls, 2 strikes to count. There's 1 out, nobody on. Legends lead it 2-1. That pitch down low, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Daniel Corsino started the game, went 3 innings, and was dealing in near the end of the 2nd inning, dealing with something in his neck, was able to complete the third inning, but that was it. He was done. Ball bounces away. Pete Jorgen throws his shoulder into it and able to go pick it up. Most of the catchers exclusively have gone to the goalie style helmet made popular by the National Hockey League. Protects the entire head area, which is a smart thing for a catcher. And the way we've seen umpires get smacked, you know, you may see them go to that here eventually. That's a good safety feature, that's for sure. The pitch. And I think we all know if you can save a head injury, that is very important safety feature here. Melbauer in there. He's got a 3-2 count now with one out. He's worked it full. And Yeramil Giraldo trying to get him right here with this pitch. Little low, ball 4, and Melbauer will walk to first base. How to bring up the leadoff man. Number 9, Luke Becker. Luke struck out last time up. He walked in the third. He walked in the first. He's responsible for the lone run, scoring it back in the third inning for the Genomes. 294 hitter, 16 home runs, 69 RBIs, and a line shot right at Moore in center field, and 2 down.
The left fielder, number 34, Chris Shaw.
How to bring up Chris Shaw. Shaw singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. He flew out to center field back in the third inning and then walked in the first. I believe I misidentified Irvin in center field with Moore. Moore is the center fielder for the Genomes. That was Irvin who made the nice play out there on that fly ball. So here's Shaw. Fouls this one off, left side out of play. One strike, the count. No balls, 1 strike. 2 out, the pitch. That's hit straight up in the air. That is in play. Hustling back is Giraldo, but the Hawk is standing out in left field and calls everybody off, makes an easy catch. That will retire the side on the fly out to 7 for the third out of the inning. In the inning, no runs. There were no hits. You had a runner left on base. And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The score remains your Lexington Legends 2, the Wild Health Genomes 1. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 7th inning, and it's going to be the third baseman, Montrell Marshall, to lead things off here for the Lexington Legends. First pitch to him by the new pitcher, Akeem Bostic, is in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Bostic coming in here in relief of Alexis Candelario. Check swing by Marshall. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marshall struck out in the 4th and grounded out to Melbauer at short back in the 2nd inning, and that's in there for a strike. So Bostic out in front now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Montrell Marshall. The pitch. This is outside for a ball. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Marshall, 243 on the season. 13 home runs, 51 RBIs. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Second time he's gone down on strikes. That's the first strikeout for Bostic. 4th strikeout in the game by Genomes pitching, and that'll bring up the catcher, number 25, Pete Jorgen. Jorgen grounded out to the third baseman Becker last time up, and then he reached base in the 2nd inning on an error on the first baseman. There's a shot. That's up the middle. Long run for it. Paredes to first, and bang, they get him. Half a step. So ground out 4-3. 2 down, and the shortstop, Manuel Heraldo, will step in. Number 18, he's grounded out twice to Melbauer at short. 0 for 2 in the contest. The pitch, and this ball hit into the dugout area of the Legends. No harm over there. The pitch. Little bouncer out in front of the plate. It is a fair ball, and they're going to tag him out. So ground out to 2, unassisted. Marvin King calling it fair. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. We're going to go to the 8th inning, folks. Top of the 8th. And the score remains 2-1 in favor of your Lexington Legends. Here we go. Moving right along, top of the 8th inning. Genomes are going to send up their designated hitter, number 8, Chris Davis, to face the new pitcher in there for the Lexington Legends. That's Daniel Gibson on the mound. And after seeing a slew of right-handers, 3 to be exact, the Genomes will now be looking at a left-handed pitcher here in the top of the 8th inning. Gibson's first pitch misses inside, ball 1. That misses as well. 2 balls and no strikes. Gibson 4-1 on the season. His ERA is 5.25. He's appeared in, this is his 37th appearance this season. He's allowed 28 runs, 21 of them earned. That ball goes into the seats. No chance for Marshall to get to it. He's allowed 5 home runs, walked 15, struck out 41 on the season. 3 wild pitches. He's hit 1 batter. The 30-year-old left-hander puts this one in there with a fastball, and Geraldo able to come over and grab it for the out. So pop to 6 for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Jimmy Paredes, the second baseman. Paredes is 1 for 3 in the contest, with a single and an RBI back in the 3rd. The only run of the game for the Genomes, and he takes the first pitch from Gibson in there for a strike. Jimmy, a .289 hitter on the year with 12 home runs and 49 RBIs. The pitch from Gibson, a little tapper down the third baseline, but foul. 1 hop over to the Genomes dugout. They'll take the ball out of play. It'll be one of 2 things, a souvenir or in the bucket for batting practice tomorrow evening. No balls, 2 strikes. Gibson's pitch. Ooh, that was close. I wouldn't have been taking that pitch myself. Just misses. Paredes .289 on the batting average. Nobody on base. 1 out, the pitch. Little high. Up above the lettering there, across the shoulders. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The count on Jimmy Paredes. Second base for the Genomes today. Takes a swing and a miss at that one, and Jorgen's okay. Caught a little bit of the bat there. All is well. Strikeout for Gibson. His first of the game. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up the right fielder, number 20, Moises Sierra. Sierra singled his last time up, but then got rubbed out on the 1-4-3 double play. Rye hit into. I mean, it was a rocket shot. .271 batting average on the year for Sierra. The pitch. Gibson's fastball stays upstairs, 91 mile an hour. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 out. Top of the 8th inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. Foul ball. That hit something after it hit the bat. Glancing blow, though. Neither the home plate umpire nor Pete Jorgen acted as if it hurt at all, which is a good thing. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Daniel Gibson, the left-hander. The pitch. Laced into right center field, and that may go to the wall. No, it's cut down by Pugh. He's going to come up throwing, but a nice job of hustle there by Sierra as he makes it into second base with a stand-up double. Pugh got there quickly, got to the ball, but he was running away from the infield, so by the time he was able to right the ship and throw, Sierra used his speed to make it all the way to second base easily. So he's now 2 for 4 in the contest. Now to bring up the catcher, Austin Rye, number 16. Rye's been pounding the baseball this afternoon, but foul. That fastball in there, 90 miles per hour. Daniel Gibson bringing the heat. Rye, a .240 hitter on the season. Runner at second base. The pitch. That misses. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Weather-wise, looking off to our northeast, and looks like a cloud buildup, but there's no discoloration hardly at all. Here's a foul ball. That rattles around up in the area there, and we got somebody hustling over to get it. Up in the suites. I think he hurt himself trying to jump the seats to get to the ball, but he got there. But it cost him. He might need some mercurochrome or something put on his shin bone. That metal don't give on those seats. I've noticed that. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count with 2 out. Runner out at second base is Moise Sierra, the right fielder. Moises with a double with 2 out, giving Rye this opportunity here to try to knot this thing up. The pitch misses inside low, and change of pace pitch there by Gibson. Took a whole lot off of that. Tried to get Rye to go fishing. He chose not to. And here we go. Rye sure did like those Corsino fastballs, though. He was teeing off on those. The pitch. That misses just inside. And the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 out. Sierra steps on the bag. He'll take a few steps off. Brandon Phillips going to stay out in his position at second base. Really nobody holding Sierra on much here. Now Phillips takes a step that way, and that ball gets away, and easily over to third base goes Sierra, so he'll be at third, and with that being a ball 4, Rye will trot down to first base. So Rye at first, Sierra at third with 2 down. Gavin Johns will be called on to pinch hit in this situation here for the first baseman, Nunez. So Gibson, first and third. That ball pounded down the left side, and that will go all the way down to the corner where the old bullpen used to be, and Montrell Marshall already had a jump on it, so he'll go down and pitch it out to one of the fans down in the picnic area. Legends, 2 runs, 5 hits, and an error. Genomes, 1 run, 5 hits, and an error. Top of the 8th inning. John's a .279 hitter on the year, no home runs, but 16 RBIs. Lifts this one in the air to right field. Tillman Pugh going to camp under it. He'll make the play, and that'll retire the side. So a bark but no bite from the Genomes right there as Johns flies out to 9 to end the inning. In the inning, there were no runs. There was 1 hit, the double by Sierra, and there were 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The score remains the Legends 2, the Genomes 1. Lots of changes defensively here for the Wild Health Genomes. Paredes will move from second base out to right field. Sierra will be in left field. New pitcher in is Diogenes Almengo. And first batter up for the Lexington Legends with a pop out to second base. Tillman Pugh will step in and face Almengo, right-handed pitcher. First pitch in there for a strike. 93 mile an hour on the Jugs gun. .297 hitter is Pugh. 257 hitter is Pugh. There's a good look at Almengo. You can see athletic build, the pitch, swing and a miss by Pugh, and he goes down, 2 down. Pugh struck out twice now in the contest.
Left fielder, number 24, Courtney Hawkins.
Now to bring up the Hawk, Courtney Hawkins. Single RBI in the first. Since he popped out to third base in foul territory, and then he struck out back in the 6th inning. Almengo's pitch, and this is hit high up there a mile. Camping under it out there is Sierra, the left fielder, and he'll make the grab, and that'll retire the side. So the fly out to 7 for the third out of the inning, and we're going to head to the top of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Wild Health Genomes here as they trail it 2-1 to the Lexington Legends. All right, it'll be the Genomes coming to the plate in the top of the ninth inning. They trail by a run. They need to get one to tie to extend the game here or more. And the Legends are going to bring in Anaris Rosario to put the stop on the whole mess here, they hope, and win their second tight game against these Wild Health Genomes, who find themselves deep in the heart of a wild card race for playoff action at the end of the season here in the Atlantic League. So Rosario, the right-handed pitcher, cocks and fires, and first pitch inside for a ball. Demetrius Moorer at the plate. He struck out last time up looking. He's grounded out to third base, and he flew out to right field to Tillman Pugh. Here's the pitch. Misses outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch, that's upstairs. 3-0 the count now, as Rosario having a little trouble dialing in the strike zone here in the top of the ninth inning. That pitch in there for a strike. He caught the inside part of the plate, knee high. The count now 3 balls and 1 strike. You can hear Pete Jorgen all the way up here shouting out encouragement. Come on, 2 more. The pitch. There's one of them. Count full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Moore, 238, his batting average now on the year. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. Second time Moore has struck out in the game. 6th strikeout by Legends pitching. First strikeout for Rosario. That brings up the shortstop Clayton Melbauer, number 3. He remained in his position with all the switching last half inning. Rosario now has found his range. He's in there with a fastball strike at 95 miles per hour. Melbauer, a 222 batting average. The pitch. Rosario, a little high that time, 1-1. Don't normally hear the players chatting, but I think with the wind blowing right at us right now, we're picking up some of the audibles from the field, which is always nice. The pitch. Misses inside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pete Jorgen, he's coaching him up out there. Melbauer looks out, the pitch coming. He slaps it foul and over the stands here at Wild Health Field. That's not funny. I'm coughing on hot dog. That's what it is. Rosario. Full count, the pitch. Got him. Down he goes, looking. He had already thrown his bat. Melbauer had to go to first base, and 2 down, and Luke Becker, the last chance for the Genomes here in the top of the 9th inning, as Rosario, every batter he faces gives him the opportunity for the save here. Hugh, is it Thompson who's in line for the win here? Thompson, the pitcher of record when the Legends scored their second run. And Rosario in line for a save right here, if he can get this last batter. He's got one save on the season in 3 games he's appeared in. Here's the pitch. That's hit in the air, pretty high, left center field. Tracking it out there is Irvin, and it is gone, and we've got a tie ball game. Gets out of here over the Kentucky Utilities sign. And so what looked to be a possible end of the game has now turned into a bottom of the ninth situation as Becker, solo shot, out of here. RBI ties it up. And that'll bring up Chris Shaw, the left fielder who moved over to first base on a defensive switch. So Shaw, the first baseman, now at the plate, and the first pitch inside for a ball. One ball, no strikes the count. 2-2 game. The pitch, that's fouled off. Hits the window of a suite over to our left. Got some pretty good glass around the stadium here. I've seen the glass get hit with some pretty good shots and not break, so. The pitch, swing and a miss, went golfing, and he's out of there, but Luke Becker ties this thing up with a solo shot to left center field. And we head to the bottom of the ninth inning, all tied up at 2. A run, a hit, nobody left on base. Legends on the way, 2-2 the score. Into the game to pitch now for the Genomes, it's Luis Guzman. And Brandon Phillips comes to the plate, 283 hitter. Single last time up. First pitch misses outside and high, ball one. So it's Phillips, Tejada, and Irvin scheduled to hit here in the bottom of the ninth inning. It's tied 2-2. The pitch. Phillips hit a home run last night to tie the game up in the ninth inning, and the Legends went on to win that one in the 10th. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Brandon Phillips looks out. Here's the pitch. Stays upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. You know, you think of Marvin King behind the plate. He knows that Brandon Phillips knows the strike zone probably better than anybody out there. I wonder if that gives you, as a batter in this situation, any advantage. There's a little bouncer toward the first base side, and they're going to flip it. Pitcher to the first baseman for the first out of the inning. Ground out 1-3. Isaias Tejeda will step in now. He's in the contest. He's walked, grounded out to the shortstop, and struck out looking back in the first. So he's 0 for 2. Nobody on, 1 out. Shaw playing in fairly close at first base to the carpet that looks like the grassy infield. The pitch in there for a strike. Other than that, everybody else at pretty normal depth. Becker at second, Mel Bauer at short, back right on the edge of the green. The pitch. That misses for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, and Luis Guzman wanted that pitch badly. Well, it'll be fun in games if the Legends can't get a run in here in the ninth, starting the next inning where you start with a guy on second base and nobody out. That stays upstairs, and 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Getting a little bit of sun here and there. We had a pretty large area of clouds that moved in and shaded us a little bit. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. So Tejada would love to be a base runner in this situation. Phillip Irvin in the on-deck area, ready to come on next. Guzman, pitch. Slapped foul down the right side, and that goes way out into the parking lot. And our foul ball chaser after it went down the little ramp out that way. The pitch, swing and a miss, got him. 2 down. And that'll bring up the center fielder, number 27, Phillip Irvin. It's PE time for the Legends. Irvin, 249 batting average on the season with 12 home runs, 43 RBIs. See if he can tag one here and end this thing. What do you say with 2 out? Guzman the pitch. And that's hit pretty well, but straight up in the air. Moore coming over, calling it off all the way, and he'll make the catch, and that retires the side. Let's play extras again. 2 days in a row. In the inning, no runs. There were no hits and nobody left on base. And we're going to head to the top of the 10th inning with the score tied at 2. Here we go. We head to the top of the 10th inning, ladies and gentlemen, and we call it fun baseball because the rules in the Atlantic League, they're not real fond of extra innings. So what they'll do is they'll put a runner out on second base, the last out, who was Chris Shaw, who struck out. So Chris Shaw will start here in the 10th at second base with nobody out. And now it's going to be up to Yuri Ramos. He'll come in and pitch in relief, and that ball upstairs and inside. Chris Davis out of the way. Will step back in. He had to bail to get out of the way of that pitch. So Shaw at second base, nobody out here as we start the 10th inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. Davis goes after a fastball and misses. Am I seeing that right? 96 mile an hour on that pitch? Wow. So Ramos got a little heat with him out there, the pitch. That misses inside and low, and the count now 2 balls, 1 strike. So top of the 10th inning, the Genomes 2, the Legends 2. And Ramos looks in to to Jorgen. Now the pitch. That's fouled off over our head and out of play. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Davis. One out now with the runner on second, and that'll be Jimmy Paredes who'll come up. Now playing right field. So Ramos, one up, one down thus far here in relief. Looking ahead to the bottom of the inning, it was Phillip Ervin, who has good speed, was the last out of the inning, so he'll be on second base for the Legends here in the bottom of the 10th. That pitch in there for a strike. Yuri Ramos. Yuri 1-0 on the year. Picked up a victory. Could pick one up easily in this game right now. Here's a ball hit straight up in the air. Hustling back for it is the shortstop Geraldo, and he'll make the play in foul territory. Snow cone. So that's popped foul to 6 for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Moises Sierra. Sierra 2 for 4 in the contest. He doubled last time up, singled back in the 6th inning, and then he struck out and popped out to the center fielder out behind second base. The pitch, little high for a ball. Yuri Ramos has appeared in 2 games. He's pitched 2 innings, 2 earned runs he's given up. Here's the ball hit pretty well and foul. Fair ball. So that's going to score a run. Infield hit. We'll wait on the scoring on that, but nevertheless, it's going to bring Shaw in from second base. And that will give the Genomes a 3-2 lead. So an RBI single for Sierra. The pitch, that's in there for a strike. So the Legends now going to have to at least try to answer with one in the bottom of the 10th inning as they trail it for the first time today, 3-2. Out in front is Ramos with a no ball, 2 strike count now on the batter, the catcher, Austin Rye. Rye is 0 for 3, hit into a double play, grounded out to second, flied out to left, and then he walked. The pitch. Little bouncer toward third and foul. Running on the play all the way was Sierra, and he'll have to back up. So Sierra now with 3 hits in the game, 3 for 5. There's a good wide look at the infield. Ramos pitch low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. a run in. The automatic player that goes to second base has scored here after the believed to be single by Sierra. The pitch. Misses outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count with 2 outs. Genomes 3, Legends 2. Here's the pitch. Slap foul. Rocket shot into the stands. Bounces around everywhere, and it looks like Is that Ashley down there getting a souvenir? It is. You keep that, Ashley. You worked hard to get that. Here's the pitch. Runner going. And he'll easily be in at second base. So Sierra steals second. He's down at second base with 2 out now and a run in. And Rye, the pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away on the foul tip. I think our bat boys are in school today. Haven't seen them today. I figured afternoon game, they're probably in class. Yeah, wait, let's see. Madison County started today. A pitch. Ball 4. He'll go down to first base, so Gavin Johns hit last time in this situation.
First baseman, number 4, Gavin Johns.
So Johns will be in. Johns the third baseman now for the Genomes, and he'll bat for the second time. Man. Right over my head, man. That hit right over my head. I wasn't even looking either, which isn't good. Yeah, he don't need to be climbing over that. Be careful. The pitch, that's fouled off right side. There's another one, and that bounces on back down into the stands. Gavin Johns keeping everybody awake up here. The pitch. That's hit into center field, but tracking it out there is Irvin, and that'll retire the side. But a run comes in. 1 run on 2 hits. And there were 2 runners left on base, and we go to the bottom of the 10th inning. Legends trail it by 1 to the Genomes, 3-2. All right, we're going to see how the Legends will play it here. Trailing by 1, they'll have Philip Irvin. The last out in the last inning will be at second base with nobody out. And that'll bring up number 22, Montrell Marshall. New pitcher in the game, Jack Weinberger for the Wild Health Genomes, the big right-hander. On the mound, we're ready to get this thing started. Genomes lead it 3-2. And Weinberger spins as if to throw to second base. Shaw walking in and coming in as quickly as possible here as they're going to try to cut down the runner. He's on his way to third. He'll slide in safe. So he steals third. No need for a bunt now. And any kind of ball out of the infield ought to tie this game up. Marshall squared the bunt. But a nice bit of base running there by the wheels of Philip Irvin and give him a stolen base, and he's in great position with nobody out. Marshall now can swing away, and he does, into the netting behind home plate. Count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Irvin off of third base, a good lead last time up there. Weinberger, the pitch. Way inside. Marshall had to bounce out of the way of that one. Marshall, a .242 hitter in a good spot right here. Nobody out, 1 ball, 2 strike count. Weinberger, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Marshall goes down swinging. Third time he's struck out in this game. First out of the inning, and that'll bring up Pistol Pete Jorgen. Pete 0 for 3, ground out second, ground out third, and he reached base on an error on the first baseman. .220 hitter on the season. Weinberger, the pitch. Jorgen fans at it, and they call it a strike. Said he went around. No balls, 1 strike. Backing off is Weinberger, and he'll step back off the rubber. 1 out. Irvin, the runner at third base. He stole third after starting the inning at second. The pitch, and that's way inside. Pete Jorgen has to back out of the way to keep from getting hit by that ball. One ball and 1 strike the count to the Legends catcher. Infield in, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Genomes number 17 with an advantage with the pitch count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's see what he does with it. The pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. Back-to-back strikeouts as Jorgen goes down. So, kind of interesting that the guy who won the game last night in this situation doesn't even get a chance to hit. They remember what happened last evening, so Geraldo goes to first base and is walked. and he'll be at first base, and we'll go back to the top of the lineup. And it looks as if they're going to go to number 5, Trey Hunt. So Hunt comes out. He'll swing the bat. And this is a situation where that designated hitter situation really plays into the result of this baseball game. Now Trey Hunt can make something happen here. It can change things a whole lot. There are 2 outs. Genomes 3, Legends 2, Legends runners at first and third with the 2 down. And Trey Hunt in to pinch hit. In the top of the order, the pitch. Runner going to second, no problem. So the winning run in scoring position. Stolen base for Geraldo. So you got Irvin at third, Geraldo at second, and if Trey Hunt can single here, we might have a walk-off victory for the Legends. Hunt, a 167 hitter, the pitch. In there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Hunt definitely waiting to get a strike in this situation. Now if he likes the pitch, he can go ahead and swing away here. Weinberger, the pitch. That's low. A ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Tillman Pugh on deck. Should Hunt be able to do anything here? The 2-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike, and Hunt didn't agree with that call. Trey thinking that ball was a little bit on the outside. 6'2", 190-pound outfielder Trey Hunt in there in a game-winning situation. The pitch. Laced, right side, and knocked down. Quick throw to first. They can't get him. That ties the game, and that's the winning play of the game. The Legends win the game on a ball that was almost picked up by the second baseman. Unbelievable. Legends win it by the final of 4-3. So Hunt with a 2 RBI single to the right side. Diving for it was Becker. Tried to throw it to first base. Way out of position. And his throw over there not in time. And the runners were going full tilt from the hit of the ball with 2 outs. And the Legends win it in back-to-back nights, or back-to-back night and day, over the Genomes, this time by the final score of 4-3. That's going to wrap up our coverage for this afternoon's game. As the Legends win 2 in a row here, they'll try to make it a 3-game sweep over the Genomes tomorrow evening. Start time, first pitch scheduled for 6:35 p.m. Come on out to the ballpark. Get your tickets at LexingtonLegends.com. Call and get your tickets, or just come to the ballpark tomorrow evening. Going to be a good one. Steve will be back to call the play-by-play here tomorrow night on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Have yourself a great Wednesday afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody.